My name is Jonathan Shlager. I was a member of the class of '72 at Waltham High School. I live up in Amherst, New Hampshire. It's about 70 miles north of downtown Boston. Well, I've been married a couple of times. I have 4 beautiful children, 3 boys and a girl, ages 15 through 25. I work for the bank in New York. I've been there for 10 years. Work in the IT area. Well, the main thing I like to do is be with my children and see my children, hear from my children, which gets to be a bit of a chore the older they get, but I work at it. And I like to spend time with my significant other. Her name is Cindy, and she's a lovely lady. Well, I remember going down to Brigham's parking lot every night after dinner. We'd go down to Brigham's, and we'd cause a lot of problems down there, and that was my biggest memory. Going down to Mike Saran would buy us all, I shouldn't say this, but I guess 40 years later it doesn't make that much difference. We'd buy a couple of brews, and it wasn't too productive, but I enjoyed it. I mean, back then things were a little simpler back then. I mean, we used to go into the men's room, or the boys' room as they called it, and had cigarettes, so I smoked in those days, and I think I had one year I had detention every day after school for this whole straight year, I think my sophomore year. So I'm not proud of that, but yeah, I had a lot of great memories. It felt like American graffiti back in those days. Waltham, even though it's a larger city, it had a small town feel to it. It was great. I was so happy to have been there. Well, I made a lot of good friends. My friend Neil Goldberg was a very close friend of mine, and Tommy Bailio and Fred Stepanis, and a lot of. I mean, I wasn't a ladies' man back then that I am now, of course, but I tried hard. I remember Mr. Sheehan. I had his math class, and Miss Ward. I remember it had her in English, and I was. In fact, I have a son who's just graduated from Waltham High School this past year, and he had some of the same teachers I did, which is kind of funny. It's been a pleasure here to be here at our reunion, and it's maybe in the next 39th reunion we'll see each other again. We'll be on walkers maybe. Maybe we'll be dead. Who knows? But it's been a pleasure, and it's quite a treat to be here and see my classmates.